Hi, I'm MJ. The basis of argumentation is that it is an debate against one opinion versus another on a certain topic or like position. So during an argument, you have to have your claim as well as reasoning and evidence to back your claim, as well as the other person having the same three requirements of a claim, evidence, and reasoning. During an argument, you have to be able to sway an audience because you're usually arguing. You either sway the whole audience or you're swaying the person you're arguing against. In most cases, you argue with one person or you're arguing with a whole group of people. You may be able to sway a couple, but not fully sway a whole group. Depending on how good you are at persuading people, which takes back to being like, if you're a good arguer, you usually are very persuasive, so you can sway people's reasonings. You have to really be able to get into the audience's head and like be able to like make them rethink their thoughts of like their opinions. You like find connections to like get them to feel a certain way, because we have a tripartite soul, so you can either use that rationally, through like logic and facts, spiritually through like emotional feelings, so like sympathy, and then appetitive, so like physical desires of doing something. And then you have your 5 types of arguments: deductive, inductive, abductive, argument by analogy, and reductio ab absurdum. But during arguing, you still have to be able to think from the opposite point of view. So you have to like do your research to know the opposite's point of view, so that you're able to create counterclaims to be able to attack from their side and like say what their strengths are. You have to be able to bash them down still to win the argument, and then use position statements to like reinstate your main topic, to be able to talk about it and like keep inside the audience's head, because you have to win the audience. Topics that are important to argue, in my opinion, would be like politics. Like, we're on an election. Well, we have like propositions that we have to vote on in our own state and stuff like that. Like, political things are happening. Social movements are still around. Those are very important to argue. Everyone has their own, entitled to their own opinions. Environmental problems. We're in a huge drought in California. We have been, and it's bad because climate change. I'm into sports because that's important for me, I guess. Music. Everyone listens to music. Everyone has their own opinions on music. I would say my argumentative skills are decent. I like doing it a lot. That's just how I am. I'm stubborn, so I argue. I get into it with people. But I'm still open-minded to their thoughts as well, because as you should be. I'm hoping my argumentative skills improve in the way of finding counterclaims, because usually sometimes I get stuck in the middle and can't really find one. So hopefully this class helps me a little bit with that.